Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake Gosson with Altitude LED. I am here at Go Elevate Church in Miami Lakes, Florida. And today I want to walk you through the installation process and what the final product looks like here with our Altitude LED screen that's behind me on the center of the stage. The room we're in right now holds about 700 people. And for this project, they opted to go for the nice and large center screen. We'll dive into the specs here in a few moments to complement the two projection side screens that they have here at Elevate Church. So let's dive into the system. So I want to take you behind the scenes and show you guys what this process looks like when you install a new LED screen at your church. These are the cloud panels with a 1.9 millimeter pixel pitch. We don't have the modules on here quite yet because they are still working on making the data and power connections that connect all the panels. But you can see here as a super slim form factor, very nice and clean on the back of the wall here because all the cabling is actually inside the cabinet, so it looks very clean. The size of the screen is 11.5 feet tall by about 23 feet wide. So it's gonna have a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, a little bit taller than 16 by 9, but it really will fill up the background of their stage when it's complete, and it'll be a powerful visual tool. One thing to know about going down in pixel pitch to a 1.9 millimeter wall is that there's so much data that needs to go to each module that your sections of modules that get their own data feed, they're gonna be fewer than if you had a higher pixel pitch. So here, one data cable from the processor is going to supply data to about 4 of these cabinets. But if you had a 2.6 millimeter pixel pitch, it would probably supply up to twice that amount of cabinets. So that's why some of the costs are going to increase when you go lower in pixel pitch. The image will look fantastic, especially up close, but it is needing much more data because there's so many more pixels on the modules and cabinets. So you can see right now Eros is making a data connection, and we are able to feed the data cables through the nice little holes in the cabinets for really clean cable management right next to the power cables that also daisy chain the cabinets. Then they easily plug into the ports on the hub boards right there. So looking up close, this large green component here is the hub board, and then this is the receiving card, the A5S Plus. This is a standard receiving card we spec for Altitude LED panels. For screens that are 1.9 millimeter like this, it's compatible for that, and it can push enough data, as well as the 2.6 or 3.9 millimeter pixel pitches. So here we are up in the media tech booth that they've got control of everything in their AV system. The client here just installed a new rack, and part of this rack is going to be the processors for the LED wall right here. So these are some large processors, the MX30s by Novastar. These processors will be receiving the video signal and then outputting that signal over data cables to the LED screen. So now we are at the step where we are placing the modules onto the cabinets. All of the modules come packed in the boxes like this. So each box has 4 of these modules inside of it. On the back of the modules, you have the connectors right here, and you've got the magnets that are going to secure the module to the cabinet. This screen will have 392 of these modules, and because it has that 1.9 millimeter pixel pitch, as you can see, the pixels are very dense. That means you'll be very close to the screen and still have a really clear picture. So here is the final product behind me. We have the approximately 11 feet tall by 23 foot wide screen, 1.9 millimeter pixel pitch. Levi and Eros did an excellent job on this turnkey installation. Again, with that installation, our crew comes in and takes care of the entire process, from rigging to running cabling to setting up the processor and getting this system up and running for the team here at the church.
Hey, my name is Hugo Diaz, and I am the tech guy here at Elevate Church. Ever since we opened this building up, if I remember correctly, it was 2021, we did a whole stage design, but with just lights, and it was a whole column. We used to call it the claw. We just had lights, 3 columns of lights, and initially the idea was to upgrade to an LED wall. It took us a while, but we're here now. And one of the main things is to pretty much like use this as a way of sharing the preaching message, and also like just a prop to be able to elevate Christ, which is our motto here at Elevate Church. The reason we went with the 1.9 is because we're trying to get close-ups with the camera. So we have the band like right there, like 2 feet, 3 feet off the wall. So when we get close, we didn't want to see that like all those pixels. So I know a 2.5 is still small, but 1.9 will give us that better image.
Yeah, well, let's test it out. Let me put you on camera here. Still really can't see pixels.
Yeah, no, they're
I
tiny.
mean, you have to be about, I can kind of, okay, right here.
Yeah.
I'm maybe like 10-ish feet away.
Yeah. So
maybe.
the band members are like right here.
Yeah,
and we're not like right in their face.
Well,
it's mostly their instruments. So.
Yeah, and especially when you have, this is an iPhone camera.
Yeah.
And I still really can't make out the pixels behind you on this camera. Mm-hmm. And then when you have another camera that's filming with actual depth of field, I imagine you guys must have some decent lenses on these cameras and stuff.
So we have Blackmagic cameras, and we have also a rolling Canon camera. It's one of our volunteers' cameras, so he actually does this for a living. So he's really good at just capturing like really good movement. He has a pretty good like 24 to 70 millimeter lens.
This space has a seat capacity of about 700. So even from the back of the room here, it's very easy to read the content on the screen, to see the text, watching any videos. And then of course, as we move closer to the front row, the screen still has an incredibly high definition. I'm filming this in 4K and you still cannot see any pixels on it. You might see a little bit of a moire effect when my phone is focused on the actual screen itself. But as Hugo alluded to earlier, the reason they went for the 1.9 is that they can bring their cameras on stage, get closer to that screen, and not worry about seeing any pixels on the content. It really looks like a beautiful set piece and backdrop. Well, that wraps up this tour of this Altitude LED system. If you would like to design an LED system for your church, head on over to altitudeled.com, or as a part of Churchfront Pro integration services, we can help you design a system and fulfill this altitude order and installation process as well that way. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments, and we'll see you next time.